Hey, I'm Molly Ovenden. This is an excerpt from my rough draft of my Thomas Goodun series. So I wanted to share some of it as it's in its creation process. There's lots of ebbing and flowing, but I wanted to, just offer an excerpt for you today. The large lion door knocker sounded politely on Thomas's sunflower yellow front door. Who could that be? He wondered, looking up at the clock from his paperback. Just a minute, he hollered, cleared his throat, and got up carefully from his armchair, not wanting to disturb his glass. Halfway to the door, just as Thomas was reaching for the handle, heavy fists pounded. He frowned, but quickly swung open the door. The fist stopped mid-air, but where it stopped, words cascaded at him a shower of obscenities. "Mr. Goodun, I am sick of having your car parked outside of the drive like it always is." Her hot pink lips pursed toward him, twisting bubbles of spit at the wrinkly corners of her mouth. Thomas raised his eyebrows and refrained from looking too amused in his face, though he felt it inside. "And how, my dear, is it always parked?" "Askew!" Her bangled bracelets rattled as she did a sweeping gesture with her arm. What a sight! But he felt for her. "Monica, I was just sat with a nice glass of cranberry juice. I'd love for you to join me." Her arm this time halted in the air, and her lips in mid-protest. She adjusted her feet and relaxed her arm. "Well, yes, actually, I would like to." She tugged at the skirt of her canary yellow dress and adjusted her leopard print belt. "All right, then. Please come in and make yourself at home." Monica did go inside the foyer of her neighbor's home. Faintly, she could hear some music coming from the room directly to the left of the entryway. She didn't know that the music was one of Thomas's favorites of Vivaldi, sprang from the Four Seasons. But she did know, however, that the room filled with the music was the sitting room, so she turned toward it, clicking her heels through the doorway onto the plush carpet. "Shall I put the kettle on, or would you like a cold drink?" He smiled at her. He'd often mused that a woman's face should not match the color of her clothing, but whenever Monica wore orange or yellow, it accentuated her caked tan. "Oh, I'd like some juice, please." She relaxed into a cushiony love seat, the one nearest to the bay window. One of these windows had been opened slightly, and she positioned herself to hear the gentle trickle of the stream which flowed through the back of Thomas's property. "It smells nice in here," Monica spoke loudly, almost yelling. "Thank you," Thomas returned to her, gently handing her own glass of cranberry juice. He noticed how the sunlight refracted through the redness. "I've got a new recipe bubbling away in the slow cooker. It's an Indian curry stew." "Oh, Thomas, you know I've always loved a curry." "Have you now?" Thomas sat down in the leather burgundy wing-back chair he'd been in just a few moments before. "Oh, well, yes, of course I have. You know that. George and I would always go out for a curry on a Saturday afternoon." Thomas didn't know that, but he remembered when they'd all go out for pizza, because Monica could never stand the smell of all of the Indian spices. He took a sip from his glass that he'd left on the table next to his chair. "So, my dear, what brings you around to my neck of the woods?" "It's my birthday." "Ah, well, happy birthday, Monica." He raised his glass to her and saw out of the corner of the window behind her how clear the sky was. It was really turning out to be a nice day after all. "And how old are you now?" His blue eyes twinkled because, "You know, Thomas, you should never ask a lady her age. It's not polite." He knew how old she was. She was 83. And it was actually not her birthday today. but it was actually her birthday last week. "And how shall you celebrate, then?" he inquired, ignoring her scolding him about what her age might be. "Well, a couple of the gals from Gladehow are getting together tonight for drinks," she beamed at him. Then, as quickly as her smile came, it left, and she said, "Now, I really can't stay, Thomas, so I'll be going now." And she stood up. "Thank you for stopping by, Monica. Enjoy your time with the ladies." And he waved goodbye, seeing her to the door. Thanks so much for listening to this installment of Thomas Goodun. He's a retired philosophy professor living in Yorkshire in England, in the north of England. And I'm glad that you're here on this journey with me as we discover Thomas's life. I'm Molly Ovenden. Have a great day.